Hey everyone, today we are diving deep into some fantastic audio gear you might have overlooked while building your creator setup. We're also going to map out a much smarter system for transforming your captured footage into those short, engaging clips that really take off online. Seriously, if you are producing content for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, or even running a podcast, fixing your audio is the quickest way to an immediate quality boost. However, even the most pristine audio won't carry your content if the repurposing strategy isn't dialed in tight for modern platforms. The way you chop up that long recording into highly shareable, snackable videos is equally crucial for growth today. Stay tuned through this entire guide and you will leave with a crystal clear plan for selecting the perfect microphone for your specific needs. More importantly, you'll know exactly how to generate a consistent stream of short-form content without getting completely burned out by the editing process. All right, let's quickly introduce myself. I'm Sebastian, a co-founder at Awake Abroad Media with over a decade in content creation. I have personally shot everything from quick travel vlogs using small cameras to massive studio podcasts utilizing the biggest professional microphones available. Over those years, I have absolutely tested and refined countless workflows for efficiently turning one long video into dozens of social media posts. Today's deep dive focuses on three major microphone families: the highly focused shotgun mics, the discrete lavalier or clip-on options, and the robust dynamic or podcasting units. For every category, I will break down the primary pros, the unavoidable cons, the absolute best use cases, typical price expectations, and my own personal real-world recommendations. Crucially, I'll also share my own secret method for turning that captured footage into those high-performing short clips quickly and repeatedly, using automation to handle the boring heavy lifting. Let's kick things off by looking closely at the venerable shotgun microphones. You can really think of these as incredibly directional little sound cannons, aggressively programmed to hear only what they are aimed directly towards and ignore everything else happening around them. On the entry-level side of things, you can generally find decent models starting around $70, while the premium professional options typically run closer to $200 or $300. I myself have spent years using popular models like the Rode Video Micro, the VideoMic Go, and even the much more serious and versatile Rode VideoMic NTG in various situations. The main pros here are their small physical size, their impressively lightweight, and their superb directional pickup pattern. If you point them right at your subject's mouth, you will capture exceptionally clean, focused audio, which is fantastic for any run-and-gun travel vlogger filming outside. This setup is also perfect for a host sitting down for a formal YouTube interview within an acoustically controlled studio environment. Essentially, you get that crisp, clear audio directly from the camera without needing a giant, cumbersome boom pole system hovering over the speaker. The significant con is that they demand very precise aiming from the operator at all times. If you happen to swing the camera to a different angle or your subject casually turns their head away, the shotgun immediately begins losing critical signal quality fast. They simply are not forgiving when you have moving subjects or those unexpected moments where the speaker drifts completely out of the microphone's designated capture cone. While the most expensive models certainly sound better overall, they often become bulkier once you factor in necessary shock mounts and handling stabilizers. This added bulk can ultimately make them less practical for creators relying on tiny action cameras for dynamic shooting. So who should really be using a shotgun mic in their daily recording routine? I recommend them for solo vloggers who need one all-in-one solution, interviewers working in very controlled settings, or anyone needing a compact on-camera tool for outdoor field reporting. If your main goal is capturing truly professional-grade audio for long-form videos that you plan to meticulously slice up later for social media, a quality shotgun remains an excellent primary choice. For my own versatile on-location work that requires maximum flexibility, a top-tier NTG-style shotgun is still my trusted go-to device. Now let's transition to the next popular choice, those invaluable lavalier and clip-on microphones that are simply designed to disappear. These are the incredibly small audio capture devices that you clip right onto your shirt lapel and then promptly forget are even attached for the rest of the recording session. Wireless lavalier systems have seen an absolutely staggering leap in technology recently, with modern setups being extremely tiny and remarkably fast to deploy for shooting. They capture surprisingly clean and professional-sounding audio straight out of the box, making them incredibly dependable for creators. Pricing for these starts at very inexpensive bundles found online and moves up through mid-range systems, all the way to the more premium broadcast quality offerings from leading manufacturers. The primary pros are their sheer portability, their ability to remain completely discreet during filming, and the fact that they always capture the speaker consistently since they are physically attached to them. This consistency makes them the ideal solution for real estate tours, lengthy formal presentations, dynamic interviews, and virtually any setting where people are naturally moving around. Furthermore, the newer generation of wireless units often includes fantastic plug-and-play support for both smartphones and traditional cameras, which is a huge time saver for creators who despise fuss. On the flip side, a major con is that they are often visible unless you put significant effort into painstakingly concealing the little wires, which risks introducing unwanted fabric rustling sounds. Additionally, if you choose to record your lav audio onto a separate portable recorder, the necessary task of audio syncing later will add extra steps to your overall post-production workflow. It is worth noting that the best, most reliable lav systems naturally carry a higher price tag, but they almost always deliver dependable sound quality and significantly fewer production headaches. So who exactly stands to benefit most from strapping on a lav mic before hitting record? I highly recommend them for presenters, on-location interviewers, real estate agents, speakers on a stage, and any mobile vlogger who moves frequently or needs audio consistency regardless of where the camera is aimed. For creators focused heavily on short-form social content, my personal compact pick is always a very strong wireless lav system because it's just incredibly fast, and the resulting footage is practically ready for clipping immediately. Finally, let's discuss the dynamic microphones, those big, beautiful, warm-sounding beasts you always see sitting proudly on professional podcast tables. We are talking about legendary models like the Shure SM7B, or perhaps some of the more budget-conscious yet very capable models from other reputable audio brands. The absolute pros of these dynamics include achieving that huge, incredibly warm and dense sound signature that broadcasters adore. They possess an inherent quality that naturally rejects a lot of unwanted room noise, meaning when you get them close to your mouth, you immediately capture that quintessential, sought-after broadcast timbre. These are built like tanks, incredibly durable, and specifically engineered to withstand constant daily studio use without faltering. The legendary SM7B remains famous for excellent reason. Broadcasters and voice actors have trusted that specific sound profile for decades upon decades. The major cons begin when you realize that many professional-grade dynamic models absolutely require an XLR interface, dedicated preamplification, and a host of other necessary supporting equipment. This necessary expansion of gear certainly adds noticeable cost and complexity to your entire recording chain, which needs careful consideration. They are also inherently not portable in the same convenient manner as a small lavalier or a tiny on-camera shotgun mic. Crucially, they only deliver their best performance when the speaker is positioned very close and remains consistently near the microphone capsule itself. If your preferred setup is a simple plug-and-play connection directly via USB, there are fantastic hybrid options available today, but the full studio path demands both an interface and a healthy dose of patience. Who should commit to the dynamic podcast mic as their primary tool? This is the perfect category for dedicated podcasters, live streamers who want broadcast quality, professional voiceover artists, and anyone recording in a truly dedicated, sound-treated studio space. For those users, the dynamic mic offers the absolute best possible quality for a single, stationary audio source. Okay, so we have now covered the three main hardware options available for your content capture needs. Now, I want to present the absolute practical truth that applies no matter which specific microphone you ultimately decide to purchase. Whichever mic you choose, you will inevitably find yourself sitting on hours and hours of raw, long-form footage, whether that's interviews, webinars, live streams, or full YouTube episodes. The real key to channel growth today is successfully turning that massive pile of raw content into a consistent flow of engaging, short-form viral clips. And let's be honest, trying to manually edit every single one of those clips, that process is unbelievably slow and incredibly painful for the editor. You have to cut the segment, manually select or write a compelling headline, physically resize the video for vertical formats, generate captions, export the file, upload it, and then schedule the post. It quickly becomes a full-time editing job. This is precisely the moment when leveraging smarter AI-powered tools becomes an absolute necessity for any serious creator. There are several applications attempting to assist with this challenge, with some doing a good job trimming and others excelling at accurate transcription. However, many of these single-function tools ultimately fall short because they might miss identifying the truly most engaging moments of the conversation. Other solutions fail to offer seamless cross-platform scheduling, and a surprising number of them still force you to manually handle every single export and subsequent upload step yourself. So here is the actual streamlined workflow I personally advocate for achieving consistent content output week after week. First, capture your high-quality long-form content using the exact right mic for whatever specific gig you are working on. Second, run that completed footage directly through an AI-powered clipper application that automatically hunts down and isolates the most engaging spoken moments. Third, that same tool should instantly generate the necessary vertical edits tailored perfectly for Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, complete with accurate captions layered on top. Finally, the system should queue those optimized clips up, ready for posting according to your predetermined publishing schedule. Why is this entire workflow shift so profoundly important for your brand's future? Because you can record one fantastic in-depth conversation or a single solid episode and efficiently convert it into literally dozens of platform-native clips without dedicating days to tedious manual editing. The absolute best, most advanced systems don't just create these clips, they actively manage the scheduling and provide a comprehensive content calendar, so you always know what is going live and exactly where. Let's look at a few practical comparisons between the different types of available tools on the market right now. Some editors are stuck requiring you to manually sift through transcripts and still hunt for the actual highlight moments yourself, which is not true automation. Other dedicated social media schedulers are excellent at posting but offer zero assistance in actually finding and prepping the right piece of clip content in the first place. And finally, some of the so-called all-in-one platforms exist but often end up being prohibitively expensive and generally quite clunky and unpleasant to actually use day to day. The true sweet spot we are aiming for is a unified tool that 1. Automatically finds those potential viral parts, 2. Formats them intelligently for every single platform, and 3. Organizes and schedules everything so you actually post with real consistency. For my own daily work, I personally combine a very reliable lav or shotgun mic with an automated editing tool that produces multiple ready-to-publish clips from one file. I simply capture the main, high-quality long take using the selected mic, drop that master file into the software, and the system returns perfectly optimized clips for all my different required platforms. This simple operational shift saves me literally days of painstaking editing work every single month, keeping my various channels incredibly active even when the entire team is completely swamped with other projects. Let me give you a couple of quick specific recommendations straight out of my own personal professional kit for immediate use. For any on-camera shotgun work, especially involving location shoots, a rugged professional NTG-style microphone remains my definitive first choice because of its unmatched versatility. When I'm working with mobile creators or presenters who need to move constantly, a small, powerful wireless lavalier kit wins out every single time due to its sheer speed and unwavering audio reliability. For traditional podcasting, if you have the dedicated studio space and crave that classic full-bodied warm sound, absolutely go for a high-end dynamic like the SM7B, but be mentally prepared for the extra required gear and associated cost. Also, don't forget that hybrid USB dynamic models, such as certain Fifine options, are fantastic when you want near studio audio quality without needing to invest in a full external audio interface. Regarding the overall workflow recommendation, you must prioritize any tools or methods that actively work to reduce friction in your creation process. If a microphone delivers phenomenal audio, but your subsequent editing and posting workflow becomes the absolute bottleneck, you are mathematically guaranteed to post content far less frequently than you should be. The ultimate goal for modern content creation must be achieving consistent, high-quality output across all platforms you use. This means getting that great audio captured once and then intelligently multiplying it into dozens of perfectly formatted, snackable clips that adhere strictly to each platform's specific norms. Those norms include having engaging captions enabled, front-loading your most powerful hook within the first few seconds, and ensuring the correct aspect ratios are used universally. I definitely won't stand here and claim there is one single, universally perfect technology stack that suits absolutely every single creator out there. However, this is what has consistently proven to work best for my team and me in everyday content production scenarios. I rely on a compact wireless lav for most day-to-day social media clipping work, a solid shotgun for specific on-location travel shoots, and a USB-capable dynamic for quick voiceovers or casual video calls. For the all-important editing and distribution phase, my essential partner is any auto-editing and scheduling tool that excels at viral clip selection and provides a clear, organized content calendar overview. Implementing this specific mic and workflow combination is the fundamental difference between publishing one piece of content weekly versus having that one video produce daily social posts that fuel consistent channel growth. I'm genuinely curious to hear what your current ideal setup looks like for the kind of content you are passionate about creating. Please let me know in the comments what you create. Perhaps you focus on travel vlogs, software tutorials, deep interviews, or maybe you are strictly podcasting, and what microphone you are currently using right now. Based on your specific input, I will personally recommend a realistic and budget-conscious stack, including the mic, the necessary workflow, and the right posting strategy tailored just for you. Furthermore, if you request specific model recommendations, I'm happy to list the exact units I personally trust and fully explain the compelling reasons behind each selection. If you found this breakdown of audio gear and content repurposing valuable for your efforts, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more practical, real-world creation tips. And on a final note, if you would actually like to see a step-by-step demonstration of how I turn a 45-minute interview into 20 unique, ready-to-post shorts in under 60 minutes, just say the word in the comments and I will absolutely prioritize making that video next. Thank you all very much for taking the time to watch this entire guide, and I sincerely look forward to catching you all in the next video breakdown. Peace out, everyone!